Welcome Senator Arlan Meekhof, a Republican from the 30th State Senate District, Ottawa County, and the new Senate Majority Leader. Majority Leader Meekhof, welcome to the Paul W. Smith Show, WJR.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate being here this morning.
Well, it's nice to have you here, sir. And you have plenty of things that are going on that need to be fixed. But the first thing that comes to my mind, and probably you're asked about more often than anything else, are the roads and how we're going to fix them, how we're going to pay for that.
Yeah, well, you are exactly right. Almost everywhere we go, and my colleagues as well, we have a proposal that will be on the May ballot, and as simply as I can, because what is most confusing to people who buy fuel and participate in our economy is how do we actually pay for roads now? Does all the tax money that I pay in fuel, does it actually go to roads?
That's the biggest.
Yeah, we're trying to untangle that, and in this proposal now, when we change to the wholesale tax for fuel, that money will all be spent on roads. But we've created another problem in the budget, so we have to make sure our schools are funded appropriately as well. So that's as simply as I can say it, because it is complicated.
It's a web, and it's a spider's web, and most of us aren't aware of it until all of a sudden we start making changes, and we say, wait a minute, we thought all that went to fix the roads. You mean that goes to the schools and that goes to local governments? Well, wait a second, what's the new one going to go to? And then I was told, oh, well, that's going to be to fix the roads, and then it's not all to fix the roads.
Yeah, there's more in it than just fix the roads, but the effort is there to separate it so that the money that you pay in taxes on fuel goes there. And I think the most interesting part of this debate is it's gone to not if we should do it, but how do we do it?
Well, we know we have to do it.
We know we have. So that
we don't know how to do it, and most people are reacting, well, we know we have to do it. We don't care how you do it, but don't charge us more money.
That's right. Don't charge me any more.
Which puts us into the box that we're in right now.
Yeah, and I think for your listeners, and it's hard to do this, maybe you can see it on the webcam, but the way we were funding our roads previously was totally on fuel, and we're using less fuel because we're more fuel-efficient cars, and which is a good thing. So our revenue stream was continuing to go down, and our cost of road construction was going up. So there were divergent type lines there, and it was making it really, really difficult. So this is an effort to do that. I've been a vocal supporter of it, and I think you've been around and know this enough that there's enough in this plan for everybody to hate something. But it's a way to make sure that when we go back to our district, we say, look, we're putting a plan together and all the things that the Senate and the House put together, and then the other is raising the sales tax. And because of Proposal A and the way we did that, it's now mandatory that anytime we raise the sales tax, we have to ask the taxpayers, and that's why that's on the ballot.
Right, although some people felt that the legislators were shirking their responsibilities by turning it back over to us. But that's not an argument for right now because it's a done deal, and that's what's going to happen. Here we have from the Detroit News, Chad Livingood, the $1.2 billion road funding plan endorsed by Governor Rick Snyder may leave a $102 million pothole in the pockets of as many as 1.2 million Michigan taxpayers who deduct vehicle registration fees on their federal income taxes. You're obviously aware of this, and it's like one thing after another coming up.
But if you read further in the article as well, it says it's possible that this changes the definition to ad valorem versus excise and some other things, and only the IRS can determine that. So I'm a little bit perturbed by the headline that it could leave a problem there, but further in the article it says, oh, well, we're not sure either.
But the federal tax code only allows taxpayers to deduct vehicle registration taxes if it was property tax, meaning taxable income of Michiganians will likely rise if voters approve the road funding package in May.
Again, the governor's a CPA and there's a lot of smart people around him, so I got to
figure this out and make it clear.
We're going to figure it out and make it clear. This actually makes it not as clear.
All right.
It's not. I don't think it's very helpful, but I love Chad and I love the folks that report. But when you put the headline in it that way, but then further in the article you kind of say, well, we're not quite sure either. It could be one or the other. IRS has to determine. That's really.
It just puts fear in our hearts and souls. And how do you like the job otherwise?
It is the most interesting job a regular guy can have. It is. You meet the most interesting people and have a good time. And then the schedule gets much busier, obviously. And my kids are chafing at it a little bit. You know, Dad, how come we're not?
Where are you, Dad?
Where are you, Dad? And can you call me at 5:30? Well, okay, I'll try. It's a demanding schedule, but as Senator Richard Vail, my predecessor, says you have to bring your big boy pants and you have to make decisions that not everybody likes, but you have to do it in the best interest of the 10 million people that live in Michigan, and you do your best.
God bless you for that. Anywhere we can be of help along the way, please don't be a stranger around here.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
Senator Arlan Meekhof, the Republican of the 30th State Senate District from Ottawa County, who is now the new Senate Majority Leader, here on the Paul W. Smith Show at WJR at 7:33.